Hey, what's going on, guys? We got ourselves some breaking news here. So the Republicans have officially gained control of the House. They have the 218 seats that are needed to gain control. Decision Desk HQ has projected it. They have done a phenomenal job projecting a lot of these races and calling them accurately. So CNN and all the big news networks aren't going to say it yet, but Decision Desk HQ has said it. So everybody's pretty much running with it. So yeah, the Republicans have gained control of the House of Representatives. Decision Desk HQ projects that they're going to win anywhere between 220 to 222 seats in the House. And one of the main reasons why I actually do want to make this video is because you have a lot of people on social media who are basically saying that, well, now the Republicans have majority in the House of Representatives, as well as controlling the Senate, as well as controlling the presidency. And yes, they even do control the Supreme Court as well with the 6-3 majority. A lot of people on social media are saying that the Republicans are going to be able to pass whatever legislation or whatever their agenda is. They're going to be able to just get it done. But that's actually not true. The fact of the matter is there's this thing called the filibuster. And so what's going to happen is, let me go ahead and just pull this up right here. Even though Republicans have the majority in the Senate, they have 52 seats, Democrats are still going to be able to block majority of the legislation they want to pass. The reason why is because of this thing called the filibuster. Now, the filibuster is basically this procedure where a group of senators can essentially either block a bill or delay the vote on the bill. And in order to bypass the filibuster, you would need 60 votes, which the Republicans do not have in the Senate. So as long as they don't get rid of the filibuster, which we'll talk about that in just a few minutes, as long as they don't get rid of the filibuster, the Democrats can still fight back and stop some of the key legislation that Trump or the Republican Party may want to pass. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because now the debate becomes, well, are the Republicans going to get rid of the filibuster? I don't see it happening, only because that could come back to bite them in the butt later if Democrats end up winning the Congress, end up winning the House and the Senate in 2026 midterms, or even in 2028. I'm not so sure they're going to do that. But if they do, then that would be crazy, because then they're going to really be able to do whatever they want. But for right now, let's just stick with the fact that right now, the filibuster is still something that you can use. And right now, that is really the Democrats' legit last line of defense to stop whatever the Republicans want to pass. Let me go ahead and pull up some notes here, because there are still some things that Republicans can do. Now that Republicans have majority in the House of Representatives, this means that budgets can be written and passed exclusively by the Republican Party via reconciliation. For those who don't know, reconciliation allows certain bills related to taxes to pass with a simple majority, which means you won't be able to do the filibuster with that. They'll be able to just do it. Why is that important? Because you have certain bills that can be rescinded or funds diverted from certain things, like, for example, the Inflation Reduction Act, which was a huge policy that Biden championed. And you also have the American Rescue Plan, which was also championed by President Joe Biden. That is something that you could see the Republicans go after. But in terms of all the other stuff, like people are saying things about women's reproductive rights, they might go after that and a bunch of other stuff. They're still not going to be able to do that as long as the filibuster remains in place. So again, it'll be very interesting to see if the Republican Party decides to get rid of that. But whether they do or not, they do control all three chambers. They control the two chambers. They control the Senate, they control the House, they control the presidency, they control the Supreme Court, which means it is not going to be a good 4 years if you are a Democrat. And yes, I'm a Democrat. I think I've made that more than obvious, right? So, yeah, it's not going to be a fun 4 years. They are going to be able to do a lot of damage to this country. Maybe I'll make another video breaking that down, exactly everything that they want to do and exactly what the Republican agenda is. I'll have more videos on the way. I don't want this video to be too long. Anyway, that's today's video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.